Hey everybody, CVH here. In today's video we're going to be playing some Aggro Crusader on the ladder. This is actually a mono red deck essentially. As you can see, 50 strength cards here and the 9 willpower cards being the multicolor cards, the 3 copies of Riftthane, Crusader's Assault, and Ulfric's Housecarl, which is an amazing card draw engine for the deck. Very simple deck, very aggressive deck, and I wanted to do a video on this deck because not only is it one of the most popular decks, one of the most popular aggro decks on the ladder currently, along with the ever-present Prophecy Aggro Battlemage, one of my favorite decks, but it is also the deck that Holven21 used to hit Legend, the first person in the season to hit Legend, so Legend number 1 with, already in the month of October, and I copied his exact build card for card, didn't want to change too much because honestly I haven't played too much of this deck myself recently, and you know, there are some interesting card choices like the 1-of Shield Breaker, only 2 copies of Scimitar, no Earthbone Spinners, and you could mess with some of the numbers and include some other cards that'd be good in the archetype as well, but since he hit Legend with this exact build, and I wanted to show you guys one of the more popular aggro decks out there, I'm pretty sure most people are going to be playing a deck that's very similar to this exact list if you do encounter it on the ladder. So let's queue it up, hopefully we can take some games, and as always, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and stay subscribed to the channel for more Legends content. Follow my stream in the description, and I'll see you next time. I got a spellsword first, maybe someone testing the new monthly card, like we've been doing a little bit recently. I think we can ship the assault, but probably keep the outpost and the vanguard. Vanguard's not a bad way to start, and maybe besides Shadow and Priest and Edict of Azura, the outpost can live for the entire game and add just that much damage to our push.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
I think that means I have to... Ooh, that's great. That is absolutely what we were looking for, so we can go ahead and outpost and just kill that thing right away. Could have also traded in the Vanguard instead of playing outpost with the Nord. And that would give us a 4-drop 5/5, but I want to get this out there as soon as possible. And now we can use the Vanguard to kill that guard if we want. Or we could just use Battle Rage Orc, which trades a little bit favorably. I'm going to try to push through in the field lane if at all possible. So he's playing Bruma, Profiteer, Midnight Snack, probably a slower deck, using dragons, more control oriented. So that could be a problem, right? Could be a problem. It's actually really hard to push through that lane. We do not quite have the Magic at a Ghost Stormcloak and Morkel Gatekeeper. So I might just play the Vanguard in the right, hit face for 2, and play a Circle Initiate in the right as well. Make him do the work killing the 3-1, I guess. Isn't really an efficient way to deal with it in Spellsword besides attacking it. He can't like firebolt it and keep his Hive Defender safe. Oh my god. I feel like I'm playing Arena. I just don't have an answer. No. I don't think on his climb to Legend, Holven probably encountered too many little girls. Or he probably would be playing the Earthbone Spinners. Actually, Underworld Vigilante is a great answer to this. If I had an Underworld Vigilante here, it might just end the game on the spot. But as it stands, slightly less lucky. So let's try for a double werewolf proc could be good. And we always get this to go off.
You must be cleansed.
It's pretty powerful. I almost thought he would have gone for the outpost there, actually. It's interesting. Because now that just lets me trade something less more expendable in. I don't really mind doing that. So he got his drain, but it's not the worst. Let's go for a Circle Initiate, smack, smack, 10 damage casually being applied, and play a 6/5 for 4. It's pretty strong, right? I think so. 3 werewolves in that thing. For a second I had like a freak out inside my head. I was like, oh god, is it Dawn's Wrath turn? Did I not play around Dawn's Wrath? But it's not. It's fine. And we have a lot of damage. So these are going to do 2 apiece. So 4. And we could just trade 1 in the Norden, which seems fine to me. And then the buff we give on the Morkel is going to apply something permanently buffed. So let's buff the 5/3 and go in for 7. to try to, not trigger 2 runes at the same time. But there we go. It's happening. And he still can't Dawn Zap me next turn, so I think I'm just gonna smack face with this, honestly. Argument to hold it is real too, but since I'm not really playing around anything for 7 Magicka, he just played his most powerful defensive 7 Magicka option. So I don't think there's really a way, if he hadn't gotten a Prophecy in one of those runes we just broke, for him to survive here. Alright, no ring this game. I guess I can keep both the 2s. Yeah. Against battlemage, do we think it's going to be aggro, or a lot less people are playing Merrick battlemage and mid-rangey battlemage in general, but I still think those decks are pretty solid. They also are pretty good against aggro. But so is aggro prophecy battlemage because the deck has like 30 plus prophecies, so not super excited to queue against either of them, in all honesty. These cards are actually not bad in aggro mirrors. I like Candlehearth Brawler a lot. It's one of my favorite cards from Heroes of Skyrim. Like, after it released, I was like, I don't think it's gonna be that good, but then over the course of the last 3 months, I started liking it more and more. I like when that happens. Mighty Ally. It might not die in the left. I do want to try to fight for the field lane before I have to abandon it and go to the shadow lane. Last game, that happened fairly quickly as soon as our opponent played Hive Defender. And we survived a little girl last game, too. That was pretty sick, right?
Your blood will spill.
Okay, so that could be either aggro or Merrick, honestly. It's kind of hard to tell. Could go face, or we could just take the 5 damage, which is safer if it's Prophecy, aggro, Battle Mage, because we're clearing and we also only break 1 rune. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I could play Circle Initiate, but I have nothing to play with it, so I'm just going to... Yeah. Alright, so probably Prophecy, aggro, Battle Mage. I think I'm one of the only people actually playing Mystic Dragons and Merrick, but... I also have seen some Prophecy, aggro, Battle Mages even take out Wordcrafter a lot of the time nowadays. Alright, so it could be either still. I mean, Harpy and Wordcrafter and Mystic Dragon are among the most ubiquitous blue cards. If I want to play Reeve, Reeve has to go right. Yeah, and I do want to play Reeve. It's really hard to answer. Unless I put it in a lane where there's already enough stuff to answer it. Might not have a hard time answering it next turn. Candlehearth Scimitar is pretty solid. And it looks like it is Merrick because of the raiding party. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is try to protect the Reeve some more. And yeah, we could take that trade in the left. It's pretty solid, but protecting the Reeve seems better. If it was aggro Battle Mage, I would definitely be taking that trade. Because of all the prophecies we might hit, and because... well, he's going to be attacking me with that, and it's going to start hurting after a while. But I don't even know if he'll feel comfortable attacking with it. Sometimes you have to make some unfavorable Ice Storm plays. I think we should be good to race with the Reeve here, though. Or at least we get one more attack in, right? Now it's in Firebolt range, or a second Ice Storm kills it too. But we can get a good Circle Initiate and Brawler play. Just in case it's another raiding party, this is going to go right. And I think here I save the Nord Firebrand for when I can buff it with a couple things, if that happens. So I'm kind of concerned about a second Ice Storm. I could have traded with that, but if he hits my face and gives me another card, I think we're in a position right now where we're so far ahead in life that it doesn't really matter. And if he Ice Storms, it would just be sort of a waste of my Nord. If the 4 damage mattered, obviously that'd be a fine thing to use the Nord Firebrand on. But I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good about this game.
Let's shed some light on the problem.
Feeling very favored, even with the ally hitting. Because Merrick Battlemage, well, like, no Battlemage has consistent heal. Ah, Circle Initiate Prophecy? Don't mind if I do.
I am ready to join the circle.
It's actually just lethal by itself, but we already had enough damage from hand to kill him. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once that goes off, 11, 12, 13, 15, you know, it adds up.
I'll cleave your skull.
GG.
It has been my honor.
It has been engaging.
I don't think I played against this guy before. Very interesting name. Let's see how we draw. Archer. Archer can be kind of hard sometimes. I feel so greedy for wanting to keep Reeve all the time, but Reeve is so hard to answer for a lot of decks, especially the ones that don't have Piercing Javelin. Or, like, I don't know, only Earthbone Spinner for silence, really. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, maybe regret it later. I don't have the ring, like, if I had the ring in any of these games, it would make a lot more sense to keep Reeve, because turn 3 Reeve is really hard to answer. Oh well.
Of course, I'm on your side.
Possibly a really aggressive version of Archer trying to race me down. I think I'm just gonna stick this over here where it's safe.
I am ready to join the circle.
I'd have to play Morkul to contest that. That's actually a problematic card.
Didn't see this coming, eh?
For a second, I thought he would just not have a follow-up play.
Just give me a name.
Not quite that lucky. Oh my god. The dream start, man. Alright, well that's not a bad pickup.
Come and warm yourself.
Protect the harbinger. My destiny is fulfilled.
It's my 7/5 werewolf against the world.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
It's nothing personal.
Didn't see this coming, eh?
That's solid. Yeah, I think we do want to kill that. Or at least we want to put this over here for... Actually, I don't know. Yeah, we put it over here. Yeah.
I am ready to join the circle.
But I could just go face. Candlehearth Brawler, play this face. Or Candlehearth Brawler, attack with both face. 6 damage buffs the werewolf. Yeah, I think face is probably fine here.
Come on, then. I'll even let you swing first.
Protect the harbinger. My destiny is fulfilled.
Never had the time to develop Reeve this game. Would have been a lot easier to develop it if I had the ring. Or he didn't have the ring, right? Either one. However you want to say it. Definitely a card with diminishing returns if you don't get to play it early. Because now it's just in my hand that it's looking at me like, yeah, I cost 4 and I don't do anything immediately, and everything else in your deck has charge or adds damage. Or draws cards or something more relevant than playing a 3/5.
Just give me a name.
Well, that's okay. Still love you, Reeve.
Didn't see this coming, eh? Honor and blood.
So if it's a traditional Archer deck, you'll be searching curses with those. Don't really have a great way to deal with it, so I guess I keep going face. This only has like 11 damage on the board. What is the best way to keep going face? Possibly Morkul and Orc Clan? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12?
We stand.
I'm gonna do this attack first in case a random Fighter's Guild recruit pops out. Then I can Vanguard instead. But it didn't.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
And this one's still kind of protected by double guard. Of course, we know he can curse down this guard if he wants, after hitting with the Skulk. Then he can trade into that and trade into that, but then this will die. These attacks are used, he's not pushing a lot of damage, and he's still at 7, so he's definitely at risk of dying, because I have 2 more charge guys in my hand. And if the Outpost and the Clan Captain both stay, this will deal 4, this will deal 3, and that is 7. Plus, the Clan Captain, obviously, if it's alive, has an attack value.
Didn't see this coming, eh?
Excuse me. The old timeout. I dig it. Alright, hit him with the wolf. Move on to the next one. No time for games when you're grinding with aggro. But yeah, obviously, it goes without saying, but if you guys are looking for a fast deck to climb, this and Prophecy Aggro Battlemage are the two fastest, probably the best aggro decks at the moment. There's also a version that doesn't play Splash Yellow, it splashes Endurance for Sower Revenge, and that's kind of it. Still basically mono red, but the combination of Ulfric's Housecarl and Crusader's Assault have sort of shifted from that warrior version being the more preferred to the Crusader version being the more preferred, because card draw is really good. And we haven't played Ulfric's Housecarl yet in this video, I don't think, but it is obviously quite the card draw engine. And one of the best monthly reward cards. I didn't need you in my opener though. I got the ring this time. Yeah, triple 4 cost hand for this deck is just absurdly expensive, so I'm just gonna ship it all. And get a much more reasonable hand. Nice.
May you walk on warm sands.
Okay, we get it. Yeah, we get it.
I am ready to
I take control of the field lane as soon as possible, and only have to leave if we are forced out by a Hive Defender or something.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Alright, that is something I think we should probably kill. Do I want to play an Outpost now, or just start smirking with a... I want to keep... I don't know, this is kind of questionable. I think I want to keep this alive. So, I use the Battle Rage to trade.
I'm ready for anything.
They both die to execute right now, they both die to like Crushing Blow if he's playing it. But if I play Outpost or Clan Captain next turn, or even both maybe, I do get the Werewolf proc, and then it's a better card than the 2-3 would have been. Okay, I don't really want to play this and just have it... Well, I guess if I play them both, it's probably fine.
Come and warm yourself.
Shouldn't need the ring charge, I deal a little bit more damage, and if he's killing that with Dawnstar, he's not killing my 6-3, which would then become a 5-3. But it's still pretty large, right? It's a 5-3 or a 3-2 that he's killing. Basically. You know, if that sticks, it's a 5-3. If he kills it, he's killing a 6-3, but he's letting me get the buff indefinitely on however many other charge guys I play.
My sword is yours.
Alright, so that implies Token Monk. I think I talked about it recently, but Token Monk plays Goblin Skulks to search these. And besides that, the normal tokeny cards that you would see in virtually all of them. Well, I can't play Ulfric's Housecarl for any value right now, which is unfortunate. I can play Raiding Party and kill the Pit Lion, which I think I like. One Dawnstar healer already down is nice too. But if I play the party now, it's going to prevent him from killing my 3-2. I could play party and just go all face. Maybe that's fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get him down to 15. Then he kills that every time. That's kind of a tough call. Let's try Blind Aggression. This deck's prophecies are basically just Cloud Rest Illusionist.
Come at me. Time to fight. Time to fight.
It's a lot of buffs to use on our Nord Firebrands there. A 3 cost, deals 6 to face. Yeah, and as predicted, that is dead. And he's gonna have to Cliff Racer, one of my 0 cost guys. Nice.
My sword is
Oh no! Another Septum Guardsman. These little things are annoying. Well, I could Crusader's Assault and draw 2 cards. And being a Circle Initiate, which I don't want to play against those guys who are just going to kill it.
I am ready to join.
So I'll throw it over there. And of course, if he plays another Dawnstar healer, we probably lose the game at that point. Used the first one pretty aggressively, and he also drew 2 Septums, which he probably wouldn't have liked to do without the Skulk, so it just seems like his hand was kind of weaker than he would want. He had some good tools, but I had to use them to trade. Alright, he might be searching a 3rd Septum Guardsman with that.
hold your positions.
Wow.
Halt.
That's crazy. It's so good for me. Alright, so our goal is to kill him in 2 turns. That's definitely what we'd like to do. So if we want, we can Battle Rage that down, smack face for 5. That would put him at 8.
I'm ready for anything.
I think I played over here to reduce the chance that he can kill everything.
Let nothing through.
Protect the Harbinger.
If I were at risk of dying this turn. But I'm not. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If that has to trade there, which it probably does, even with a fervor that's only 15. If he trades and goes face, he gets a guardsman, but that prevents him from trading with anything else. So it makes it even harder to stay alive, actually. I still have Vigilante and Orc Clan Captain for next turn, and we didn't even need the House Carls because we were up against another similarly aggressive deck. He gave me a couple cards. Yeah, I played the Crusaders Assault that turn. Fortunately drew something we could play along with the Assault. We might have lost if we had just drawn like 3 cost and up. It's pretty good.
You can't defeat us. My sword is yours. Of course I'm on your side.
Oh, that'll do it, I think. Will it do it? Now it'll do it. Yeah, now it actually just does it. I wouldn't have done it before because I miscounted my Magicka, couldn't play Vigilante and Shield Breaker. But if we Shield Breaker, smack for 5, make sure you wait on the Candle Hearth. If we play it before we attack, then we could get Cloud Rested and lose the game. But as it stands,
Let you swing first.
we win. One of Shield Breaker putting in a bit of work, I like it. Oh, thanks. I hope you guys enjoyed some Aggro Crusader. Rank 4 feels good, man.